Hello, welcome. I'm just getting my message typed out. Okay, let's see. All right, there All right, we got everything set up. We are ready. We're going to be on Riverbend Springs. And I do believe we have everything activated. We will double check right quick. Yeah, that one we don't need. That's a duplicate. Yep. All right, so let's, first thing we're going to do, we're going to let this thing run for a second. I don't know why it starts out, it has to glitch a little bit, and then it catches up. I think it's done. Okay. Let's look at the map. So we have these two fields that are going to be ready because we're going to sleep for one day. They'll be ready. And then we also have this one is going to be ready. Hi, Dee Dee. How are you? So let's see here. We'll go sleep for a day. How are you, Dee Dee? Okay, so we're going to go down and we're going to get a helper started down here in this field first. Well, good. I'm glad your finger is doing better. All right, so let's see where we're going to start this guy. Now this harvester will hold 200,000 liters. So while we have the helper working on this field, and this is soybeans, then we can go start on another field. So let's hire the helper. We'll get the helper started. And we should be able to harvest this whole field and get everything in this harvester, just one load. So what do we want to do? Let's see, we want to start out by, well, we need this harvester. So we're going to go harvest these fields up here. We'll go do this smaller field first. And we will be paying off our loan today. After we harvest the soybeans, we are going to, whoops. Almost forgot where I was going. Let me see. I think we can start about anywhere here. It's going to start where it wants to anyway. Now we can go back, in this field we can go back with wheat. Yeah, it's hard telling what the AI is going to do. Okay, let's see. Now what we need, we are going to need this trailer. I don't think we'll need this. Well, we will. We'll have to take it down to Well, maybe not. We might be able to just drive the harvester over to, no, that's soybeans, so we're going to have to go down and collect them. So we'll have to, we'll have to drive down to the big field to collect our soybeans from down there. And the best price for our soybeans should be our own farm. Actually, it's not the best price, is it? Goldcrest or Grain Barge or Grain River Silo. Oh, our pricing is going up though, so it might be okay. Now, right before I started this live stream, I could hear a fire alarm going off. Like outside, like in a stairwell or something, I don't know. Now we still have to buy the other header for this harvester. We got to buy the corn header to use with our on our sunflower field over there. Now I think what I want to do is I want to get this field and the next field both harvested and then get them both fertilized so we can be fertilizing the big field. We won't have to wait. We'll have it done when we need the fertilizer. I'm hoping the timing works out. If I have to, we can plow and cultivate at the same time because we have both of those tools. And I cannot remember if we can actually harvest this field with one tank or if we actually have to. I think we had to unload it. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It seems to me like there was just a little tiny bit for a second tank. Because we're not quite halfway full on the first one, but yeah, it's going to take, you know, it'll take two. Now, Dee Dee, you saw our silos, right? What we're using for silos down at the bigger field? Well, we have not used them yet, but it's going to work out really good. Yeah, I think it's going to work out just fine. I got my Echo device today, so I just had Alexa turn my lot off. It took me a long time to kind of get that all set up, but I got it to where, oh, I I just used that name and it woke up and started talking to me. I was like, what? But anyway, I got it all set up. So it's the first time I'm playing this game in the dark. Looks pretty nice. Yeah, I said its name and it woke up. I'm glad I don't have a cat with the same name. Now, what I thought was actually interesting about that device is that, like, it wouldn't even operate my bedroom light, I guess because it's too far away. So I don't know if, like, it seems like my son-in-law in Texas, his device works the entire house, but it won't do that here. It doesn't seem to have the range. So I don't know what the actual deal is, why it's not. It won't work the a light in my bedroom though. Well, this is our last pass. Yeah, it seems strange to me that it doesn't reach that far also, but I don't really need for it to work back there. I mainly got it to work like the lights and stuff in my living room. So I did get it set up and working the way I want it to for now. I want to add some stuff to it, but some other lights and stuff, but it's kind of tricky figuring out how to make it all work. Okay, Rocket, I hope you have a good weekend. God bless you. Thanks for stopping by to say hello. Look at that, we finished it. We did not need our trailer. If only I could remember that. %91. Now we're not going to drop the header off. I'm just going to grab the trailer. I think we can get over into our next field okay. So we'll just grab the trailer. We're just going to drop the trailer off over here somewhere, guys. I do too. It doesn't work out that way very often. Alright, we're just going to drop this trailer right here, guys. This will be fine. And then we'll go up here, and maybe we can get this guy to start right up here. Now, after we get this field harvested, we'll sell these soybeans that we have in our trailer, because I want to find out separately how much we make off that bottom field. And we got to put all that in this trailer also, not the trailer that's down there, because that's a soybean, a silo for canola. Now, actually, you know what we can do? We're in a good enough position right now. We can go right here and we're going to pay off our loan. We're going to pay off all $500,000 of our loan. Okay, there it is. Our loan is paid off. Let's save the game since our loan is paid off. Now that's awesome. Yeah, we have a really nice farm set up now as far as income wise. We definitely have what we can call a profitable farm at this point. But we still have the question, will we make enough money off the soybeans off the big field to cover the loan? Because that's why we took out the loan in the first place, was to buy that field. Exactly. Everything we have now belongs to us, not the bank. And that's why I don't like using loans. In this case, it worked out well. But we still have to make enough money to pay off the loan. The only reason I really am only going to use one field of soybeans on the big field to pay off that loan, if one is not enough, is because we did make surplus off those two big fields when we harvested them. We made enough to pay for the price of the field and the cost to lease the equipment to harvest. So we won't need quite as many soybeans. As you can see, well, we didn't sell any soybeans from off that field yet, and we were already able to pay off the loan. So but we do want to see how much we actually get off that field how much it made us in soybeans. So we're going to collect these, and then we're going to sell them. Where's our other? There it is. Oh, it's so not. It's really nice not having to empty this thing. So it can harvest a big field like this without having to empty it. Nice. It is certainly nice to have that second harvester too. Although I would have preferred to buy a Valtra. But we needed the harvester. I do believe that is going to be next. I actually want to get a trailer or a tractor, a dedicated tractor to keep down here to use with these two trailers. Well, actually, I'll get each one of these trailers its own tractor at some point. I'm thinking I can use a small Valtra just to pull those trailers with. I'm certainly hoping that's what I can do. Just use the small ones. Or maybe a medium. I was looking at them at one point. See, I was thinking maybe something like this. Just a small Valtra that we can set up engine. I know. I like having I guess it's going to be wide tires like that. And then I don't really need reverse driving. Right now I'm just looking at price. I don't need to worry about all that stuff for right now. I'm looking front loader, no. I just want to make sure. See, one of them I'm going to set up like this, yellow. And the rim color will be brown for sunflowers. So this will be dedicated to pull for the sunflower silo. It only has two options for changing the colors though. So on my other one it'll be purple and Valtra. Where's the Valtra yellow? Or Valtra green rather. Like that. That'll be the other one. So we'll end up getting two of them. That's 164,500. But I think that with the weight on the front will be fine. We will find out. We'll get one and see how it works. And we may do that at the end of this episode. Depends on how much money we make. Mason, how are you? I'm doing good, thank you. Now let's see, what do we need here? We can take this tractor out, actually. We can grab this one. Let's go fill it. Whoa. Me, I had a pretty good week. I didn't feel too good this morning, so I didn't do a live stream this morning, but I should just do this one myself because it'll be a lot faster. I don't understand why it started out in the middle. David, how are you? I'm doing okay, David. Thank you. Let's see, we'll park this guy right here. We've got a harvester stuck over here. Can't figure out how to get around us. Now, for those who weren't here at the time, we just got through paying off a $500,000 loan. So we now outright own everything the game indicates that we own. The bank does not own it. And for those who might not have been here on the last live stream, we have these trailers, that yellow and brown one and that purple one right there. Those we're using like silos. We're going to use them as silos. You know, I was thinking earlier, it would be pretty cool if, for example, we could use the train to ship like product from this map to one of our other maps where we have production lines. I was thinking it would be cool, like, if, for example, like, we could have sheep on one map, like on Calmlands, we could do sheep and we could harvest the wool, but have the wool sent to a spinnery over here on this map. Since we own both, I think that would be cool. Because we can send stuff to Goldcrest, you know, like that. It'd be nice if we had the option to like either sell to Goldcrest, which for us is imaginary, or if we could actually sell to like a town. Like this map is another town, so we should be able to have that, like that. Not should, but it would be cool if we had that option. And you never know, stuff like that may come in the future as they keep developing the game more and more, because some things there's just not any room for improvement. So then you get to a place where you're adding features to the game more than you are like graphics and stuff like that, because that stuff's already done. Now, I'm not sure what we're going to plant in both of these fields yet. The upper field up there, I think we'll plant maybe sorghum. That's for chickens. That top field up here is, this is really for taking care of chickens. Now, we do want to use, I think, I think we're going to get more than enough canola from this field. We're going to be planting canola back in this field when we replant. I believe that we'll get more than enough canola to keep the the grade or the oil mill full, I think we'll get more than enough sunflowers to fill the oil mill, to keep it full. But we won't know until the next time we harvest this big field if that's going to work out that way or not. But that's what I'm hoping. Let's see, we can go ahead. I think we have plenty of time, so we'll grab our plow. Like I said, we could plow in one place and cultivate in the other, so we can do both of those operations at the same time if we need to. I don't think we'll need to. We'll go get the upper field plowed. And then we can start getting it planted. That was close. I'm trying to figure out if there's ways I can kind of control how the helper works these fields. Because now on FS22 it was easy because you just picked a spot and told it to start, but it doesn't work that way on FS25. It decides for itself where it wants to start. And it really makes it almost impossible to do multitasking. Well, I came close to picking where it was going to start at. So our chickens will eat sorghum. We can eat wheat, sorghum. I agree. That should not be a requirement. So our chickens will eat sorghum, wheat, and barley. So we'll plant sorghum. We'll plant sorghum up here this time. Actually, is that right? Yeah. It used to say right there on the bottom what they would eat. Wheat, barley, and sorghum. Yep. Okay. So this time we will put a full tank. So we have this guy right here. Yeah, I think this guy will probably get done first. All right, last pass around the field. I think it looks cool when you can like look over and see another piece of equipment operating in another field. Oops. Well, perfect timing. How's that? Whoops. What are you doing? Now let's get this guy out of here. We're just going to stop right there for a second, guys. We want to get this guy started. All right, we got 26,000 liters off that field, almost 27,000. Let's see, how much money did we make? $149,000. Now, we do have to go down to the big field because we'll empty that harvester into here. I don't think we're going to make as much money off this big field as I was hoping we would, but we'll see. Do I want to play? Do I want to play what? We'll be finding out very soon. Mason, are you asking about multiplayer? Because I am playing Farming Simulator. Now we can't use that trailer right there because that's our silo for canola, and we have soybeans up here, so. Well, at least at the moment I'm not playing multiplayer. I've actually never played multiplayer on this game before. Now let me see where we're at. This guy was finished, so we can grab this and we will go back up this way. And now we'll just get the helper started. And then we'll head on down to the big field. Now at some point we'll probably end up getting another fertilizer spreader to put down on this side of the map. We might even have a separate planter and seeder down here. Did he get everything back there? Looks like it. I still want to buy these 3 fields over there too. Get up here and get this guy out of the way, because he might be parked right in the way. I thought maybe I was far enough away. Yeah, it should be far enough away, but you never know. Well, that did not take long to empty that thing, did it? And it just stays up here. So we got 46,000 liters off this field. All right, let's go see how much money we make off soybeans. I don't think we're going to make enough to pay for that field. 86,000 was the price of that field. $259. So technically I would have had to plant that field in soybeans twice to pay off the loan that we took out in order to pay for it, but that's okay. We're not going to do that. Okay, now where's my sorghum? Well, now wait a minute. Don't tell me they changed sorghum over to, yeah, that's not bad. That's not too bad. See, they've changed the way these things work. Sorghum used to be planted with a seeder. Now it's planted with a planter, which I was not expecting. So we need to get this field done before it's time to plant down in the big field, because I got to use this piece of equipment to do that with. Whoa! Woo. We'll get our harvester back over to the farm here in a minute. Let's get this guy started. I might should have bought a cell point that doesn't have a cover on it. Okay, now let's see. I think that got everything. It said it was done, so. See, I may end up buying a fertilizer spreader just to leave up here on this end, so we don't have to drive back and forth. But we got to get our tractor first, our Valtra. Now, one thing I need to do also, when we get back over to the farm, I really need to check and see if the trailers that I have over at the big fields, the ones we're going to use for silos, if they have a horsepower requirement. I need to check that because I don't know if a small Valtra, it should be able to pull it, but I just want to double check and make sure. I don't think the trailer has a horsepower requirement. I can't remember. So I do want to check that. Well, I was hoping to be done with this plow by the time we needed it in the big field. We're almost done. We just got to finish this last pass. I could take the cultivator down there, but I'm wanting to take the plow because the plow is bigger. But it was just a matter of timing. We were really close to being exactly where I wanted to be. We just really had this one pass right here. Boom. So now we'll go straight down to the big field, and so we can start plowing down there, and then we'll come plant these. Now the wheat, the sorghum, the barley that we grow for the chickens, any surplus that we have is fine because we can use all that in the grain mill to make flour. And the grain mill is our next production purchase. And then we'll start producing flour. We got a lot of thunder going on. We've had tornado warnings. I sure like that the SSD drive. It's not really a drive. It's like I call it a super SD card, but I really do like that thing I bought. It is a SD card, but whoa. Now I gotta try to get this back on here. I don't know how it actually switched from one thing to the next. Yeah, it did that a little bit ago too. It switched from the front to the back. Now let's see. So we can plant canola with this one. So I need the other one to plant I got sorghum going up there. This is going to be, but what do I want to plant in the other one? Because this has wheat, barley, oats, okay, so we're going to take this down. We'll put soybeans in our other field because we do need to maintain soybeans. Oh, yeah. I really like this thing that I bought, but it's kind of expensive. We're moving kind of slow here. Hey, Richard, good to see you. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? Now, I don't know if this field is going to make as much canola as I was hoping for. That tractor ain't hardly powerful enough to pull this thing, is it? So we'll just leave that parked right there. I need to move this out of the way. I'm a little too close to the field right here. Now, one other thing I'm going to do while we're at it, we're going to go buy the other header for this harvester. We need to buy the corn header. Did you have a fire this evening, Dee Dee, in your fire pit? Oh no. Oh, not that header, this header. Corn header. Now they have two different headers here. So they have what was the difference? 6 meters. Oh, that's for poplar. And this is for corn and sunflowers. So we need this one, but one thing to look at too, depends if this one here will let you work at 15 miles an hour, and this one is the standard 6 miles an hour. Sometimes, yeah, but sometimes that I don't like that speed. It's too fast. It doesn't look right. So I prefer to do the 6 mile an hour one. Now sometimes I will do like, for me to do it manually, I'll use a header at 6 miles an hour, and I'll buy a modded one that goes fast to let the helpers work with. But for now, we're going to start with this one. Oh, that one's not foldable. I was going to fold up that header, but it's not going to let me. All right, well, most of the corn headers you can actually fold. Threaded the needle right between those two people. Whoa, the thunder is really loud. Hopefully we'll get through this stream. I won't lose connection. But it is thundering. Tornado warning. Yeah, thank you. I mean, I'm not really worried about a tornado, not where I live, because the building I live in is a concrete building, so I'm not worried about that. But there is a possibility I could lose my connection. Whoops. We need to drop that off. We're not going to be using that for a while. We can just leave it sit there. Oh, perfect timing. Look at that. Now we're going to do soybeans in this field right here. All right, he can go do his thing. And then we'll be ready to get this planted. Now, one thing I wanted to look at was, I gotta try to remember where stuff is. Yeah, trailers. Is there a requirement? No. So we should be able to pull this thing with a small tractor. Okay. Nothing on sale. All right, well, I don't know if I'm going to buy, well, I don't think I'm going to buy the tractor today, but I'm going to have to buy it sooner or later, before too much longer. I really want to buy two of them. But I want a little bit more money. I don't want to spend all our money. I want to start building up a surplus of cash. But when we harvest that field right there in front of us, that's also soybeans. So when we harvest that field right there, then we'll be able to buy us a new tractor by then. Let's see, are we okay chicken-wise? Yep, we got food. I don't need to worry about feeding them right now. It looks pretty weird in here with my light being off. It's the first time I've ever had my light off at night while I was playing this game. Uh, Off of this field right here, I would have had to plant this field. Oh, hey Monty, how you doing? I would have had to have done this field twice in soybeans in order for it to recoup our loan cost. But we still did real good. We made a... Okay, welcome back, Mason. But between these two fields, we did really good. So we've paid off our loan now. So the money we have in the bank, that $451,000 is now ours. So we are in the black, I think. At this point, we can call ourselves a successful farm. And now it's just a matter of going along for the ride in both cases. Yep, we'll be doing that. Well, we got to harvest that field. We'll have to harvest that field down there once. We got soybeans in it right now, and then we'll do sunflowers on the next one. Now, my curiosity is how much are we going to get? Are we going to get enough? I don't think we will. I thought we would at first, but I'm not convinced at this point that this field's big enough to produce enough. Well, it did not make, let's put it this way, it did not produce enough soybeans. It did not produce 100,000 liters of soybeans, and I don't think it's going to produce 100,000 liters of canola. I originally thought it would, but we'll just have to wait and see. So, but we're going to work on buying these fields. We want to buy the grain mill, but we want a tractor first. We need a tractor for down here on this end. Alright, guys, I gotta take a quick break, so I'll let you ride along with this guy. He's going a little bit faster. And I will be right back. Alright, guys, I'm back. Okay, Dee Dee, God bless you. Thanks for coming and hanging out with me. Or with us, I should say.